Hi, I'm John McAuliffe, Chief Marketing Officer of VFM Leonardo, and welcome to the VTV channel. Today we have Karen Plumb from TripAdvisor with us. Karen is the Commercial Director leading the Business Listings commercial team in EMEA for TripAdvisor's business division. She leads sales, marketing, and product enhancement campaigns aimed at hoteliers, B&Bs, and other accommodation providers throughout the region. Karen has a wealth of experience, having worked in the hotel industry at both Intercontinental Hotels and Thistle Hotels before moving into the online media environment at Cheap Flights. Most recently, Karen was at Pegasus Solutions, where she was responsible for hotel and e-marketing for UTEL Hotels and Resorts. Karen, thank you for joining us on VTV and welcome today.
Thank you, John. Good to speak to you.
Our topic today is how hotels can better meet traveler demands. I understand that TripAdvisor surveys travelers and hotels on a regular basis to get insights into travelers' expectations and how well hotels' marketing strategies are measuring up to them. What are some of the key findings from your most recent surveys that hoteliers would benefit from knowing?
Yeah, I think we are in a very interesting position because we're a neutral person in between. We talk to both the hoteliers and the travellers. So you're right, we do get sort of an insight from both sides of the divide, as it were. And I think there are various things. And I think one thing that travellers are, for instance, looking for at the moment is, especially US travellers, internet connectivity. In fact, 60% of US travellers want to be connected while they're abroad, and 40% expect hoteliers to offer internet connectivity. And when we survey hoteliers, they're actually recognising that, and they're actually giving free Wi-Fi. In fact, I think it's nearly 80% are saying they're either doing it or considering doing it. So there's definitely a meeting of minds on certain points on what both are expecting.
And how would a hotelier use TripAdvisor in particular to communicate to the consumer that they have these types of features that they're looking for?
Well, obviously, the key thing they need to do is make sure that their property is listed correctly on the site. So they've made sure that all the correct amenities are checked and the description is there, and that's how they can do that through the owner centre. In addition, one of the things that travellers really are looking for, and one of the things when surveyed about what impressed them or what trends they really liked about internet travel last year, was the fact that there's a proliferation of deals that are out there, and we all know that everyone likes a deal and everyone's looking to make their money go further. And TripAdvisor, through our business listing product, which is actually a paid-for product, allows hoteliers to post special offers to give them a point of difference and to attract the deal-hungry traveller. Right.
You know, it's interesting. I read a recent report by Forrester where they had indicated that 68% of U.S. online leisure travelers booked accommodations online in 2010, and over 80% of people actually use the internet to research for hotel accommodation online. And they were talking about the value and importance of incorporating extensive written and visual content so a user can learn about a property. What have you found in your surveys about visual and written content and how hotels are meeting the demand of consumers in that regard?
Yeah, I think the traveller wants to see and to know everything and to almost know what they're booking before they book. So hoteliers can definitely engage more by posting more visual content. Photos and videos are hugely important and do get the attention of travellers, and travellers invest the time looking at them. So we found that over 100, a property with over 20 photos on the site, travellers spend over 150% more time looking at that. So they're definitely spending their time shifting through and looking at all the images. The other thing hoteliers can do is respond to reviews and write management responses and to highlight facts and features about their property. And again, travellers are really engaged and really like to see the management responses. We did a recent Forrester survey on TripAdvisor travellers on our site, and I think it was something like 76% of people are reassured by management responses. So again, it's using the various levers that TripAdvisor offers, and they're all free, these levers, to engage and to make sure their property is seen in the right light, to give the traveller all the information and to give them the reassurance that they are going to be staying in the right place that suits their requirements.
Right. Have you found in your surveys that there's different segments of consumers that use TripAdvisor? You know, maybe there's the Uber user, if you will, or whatnot. Are different are consumers different in how they use TripAdvisor?
I don't think how they use TripAdvisor, but they're definitely looking for different things. I mean, a business traveller or a leisure traveller could be just searching for a hotel in London, but when they're considering, for instance, what they're looking for in a hotel in London, they'll be looking for different things. And I think the one thing about when reading reviews, it's very important to make sure you're looking for content from like-minded people, because obviously a family market and a business market are looking for completely different facilities. So one of the things that TripAdvisor gives is a filter, and people can identify themselves with the type of reviewer they are, and then you can put a filter on the reviews so you can see business related filters or from couples or from families. So again, you're getting the picture from similar people who have similar expectations, and that's very important when you're looking at user generated content. It's like-minded people that you should be influenced by, not just by the masses, as much as you can be.
Right, so find the commonalities amongst your reviews and either celebrate or manage those elements rather than reacting to every review. Is that what you're suggesting?
Absolutely. I don't think a hotelier, I mean, I know they probably don't have the time to react to every review, but also it'll lose its impact on the page. A few management responses, people will spend the time because they know that the management response will include some content that's unique and constructive and add some content. But if they're seeing the same review or the same content time and time again against every review, people will stop reading it and it adds no value to the conversation. So again, I think a hotelier should spend their time deciding which reviews to respond to, but definitely we encourage them to thank the best and acknowledge and the worst and work with both as well, or any review where they've got something constructive and unique to add.
Right. You know, it's consistent with what we communicate to hoteliers as well, is there's a great amount of or great wealth of information in reviews on TripAdvisor to better understand your hotel and what you're really good at and what you need help with, and being able to use that to tell your own story. So celebrating those things that travelers really appreciate about your hotel, whether that's you know, the people at the front desk and their personalities, or whether it's a great restaurant, or whether it's some promotional elements like free internet, etc. But understanding what's important to consumers overall, and then translating that back into the story that you tell to other consumers. Yeah,
I mean, absolutely. There's a lot can be learned from travellers' reviews, and in fact, it can be used as a management tool. For instance, I was talking to a small hotel, and they were getting quite a lot of complaints that their checkout was 11 o'clock in the morning. So they realised that they weren't that strict about it, but they realised it was a problem, and they were able to readjust their procedures and change their checkout time till 12. Actually put that as a response to the reviews that had complained, and celebrate the fact that they'd listened to the guests, they'd acknowledged what the guests want and reacted and delivered back what the guests were expecting. And so that was a win-win situation for everyone. And I know certain hotels are actually using TripAdvisor and maybe other traveller reviews as sort of part of their gathering of information on how they monitor various departments' performance and things. And so it is a really useful tool.
Right. Karen, are there any other specific things that you have found in the surveys that you have conducted that a hotel marketer could learn from to enhance their presentation to shoppers?
Yeah, I mean, I think I touched on the fact that the deals earlier, and when we asked what are the most important deals to a traveller, I was a bit surprised, but free breakfast came up top. Free night stay, so those offers like buy 3 nights, get 2 free. I'm sorry, buy 3 nights, get 1 free, more likely. and free amenities, shuttle bus transfers, and of course that Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. That's the sort of deals and offers people are looking for. So I'd encourage, everyone's looking for something, to make their buck go further, and it's a point of difference between if you're looking at a couple of hotels in one location, how to stand up and get the guest to stay with you. And I think as long as a special offer is available, obviously, and whoever's answering the phone, or if it's easily found on a website, so when they click through they can find the deal and actually redeem it, that can win a lot of guests. I think a lot of hotels, again, have trouble with special offers in some cases, in that they promote one, but either they don't brief their reservation staff or it's not prominent on their website, and then they've lost the guest as soon as they make contact with them. So yeah, I think there's a lot to be said with leveraging that to fill in need periods or to stand out from the crowd.
Karen, thank you very much again for sharing your knowledge with us. We appreciate you spending time with us on VTV today.
My pleasure, John. Thank you.
To all the viewers out there, be sure to post your comments on this episode of VTV and subscribe to our feed to receive more valuable insights from industry experts. If you would like to suggest topics that you would like us to cover in future episodes, feel free to email us at vtv@vfmleonardo.com with your suggestions.